Here we have a 2008 on an 08 Temsa Opalin 35-seat MIDI coach. So, I've got to do this on every one of these videos. I mean, come on, what a view. Huh? Bet it's lovely here in the summer, bet it's Baltic in the winter, mind. We're at Calne Travel down in, or near, Royal Wootton Bassett in Wiltshire. Don't have a lot of customers in Wiltshire, I've noticed. You know, just putting it out there to all you Wiltshire operators that, you know, when you've got a vehicle to sell, hello, it's me, here we have. Now, don't usually do this on this side, but the lockers, I can't open the locker on the other side, so I've done it this side. Best thing about these motors is luggage, because behind that you've got a little MAN engine, Euro 4 obviously at this age, and that's driven through a Voith fully automatic gearbox. Parallel lift lockers, which gives you all that luggage space under there, and I'm going to show you the boot in a minute. What I do want to show you behind here, right, so we're sort of going on, we're off piste today, is that. Okay, now I'm not saying this thing's mint, because it isn't, and it's 15 years old, and it's an early Temsa pre-stainless steel, right, so you get a bit of this. So there's a bit of rot there at the bottom of the stretch panel, and obviously a bit of bubbling up there. She's a tiny little thing really, apart from these little bits and bobs. You also get this massive boot with even more carpets in. See previous video. So, not sure if one of them's for this, but you know, you get 2 free carpets with every coach. You know, again, you've just got little bits of bubbling coming through there. And this is why these need a new home, because Sittingham's doing no good. These are the vehicles, unfortunately, Calne Travel ceased trading earlier in the year. The vehicles we've got here are literally what's left from the auction that didn't sell. There's 2 old Dennis Javelin Enigmas in the corner there, and I'll tell you what, I've just been to one of them. One of them's actually a V-Reg with original maquette, and we've just been to them, and the one furthest away still had enough air to open and shut the door, and it's not been run since Monday. Today's Thursday. You've got these little gouges there in the stretch. A little bit of tinworm again just there. But there's nothing that can't really be addressed. So we jump on board. We've got 35 reclining seats, and the full-size seats, and they look comfy, don't they? 3-point seat belts are fitted. I've got my mate up in Oldham who loves these. He's had a number of them over the years, and every time he sells one, he wishes he'd have kept it. They're just little pocket rockets, and they're nimble as well. You know, they're like an MD9's old dad, aren't they? You know, when you think about it. Unfortunately, there's a few blown windows. I've counted 4. And that's 1, 2, 3, and down at the front 4. And I'm going to be putting a call into Scott at Temsa UK to see if you can still get glass for these. Hopefully you can. They're pretty good on turnaround Temsa parts as well. Seats are in good order. It's a tiny little bus, so with that luggage it's so usable. But again, these are handy in places like the Channel Islands because they're narrow, but they don't feel narrow when you get in one, if that makes sense. That's the other window that's on its way. Dash is all in good order. It's done 422,000 kilometres this. It's done now for a 15-year-old vehicle. Me, I'd get a cover foot steering wheel, you know, them ones that have got like a bit of forward on just to sex it up, because the steering wheel's starting to look very tired. It's fully air conditioned, don't think I mentioned that. It's all good, dash is all in good order, seats are in good order. What lets it down? Windows, and those bits of tin worm. But again, 15 years old. So, to recap, oh, it's also tested till June. So, you know, it's got a few things in its favour, in my opinion. So, to recap, 2008 on an 08, Temsa Opalin, 35 seat midi coach.